Hi guys, I'm working on this Simpson oven again. When I did the bulb replacement last time, I noticed the oven elements were really bad. So I'm pulling it apart in order to get the oven elements out. So I've taken the door off. I've taken the elements out already, but there's two holes up there, each corner. You can see it there like that. And over there. Alright. So I've taken the elements out already. And that was a mission. So here are the clips and stuff which hold the elements in. So these actually sit underneath the elements like this, and you've got these screws which go through and hold them in. Now normally all you have to do is undo these screws and drop these clips out and you can slide the elements out. But in my case all of these screws were rusted out. I just could not undo them, they're actually rusted into place, and obviously use mild steel screws that are stainless, because these plates are stainless and they'd be fine. But these are rusted, so they used the wrong screws really, and they're a pain to get out, so I had to get them out from the back. Let me explain that. So here's the rear of the oven. I've already taken the backs off obviously, it's just a half dozen screws or so. Now just there, you can see the holes where the elements poked through before. Here the wires are connected to them. Now unfortunately all the wires are the same colour, right? But these ones are actually slightly different lengths. One is slightly longer than the other. The longer one goes to the furthest one away. But I also noted that the one that's furthest away goes to the bottom one on this connector here. The second one up goes to the inner one. Over this side you've got some earth connections and some neutral connections. So neutral ones went straight into the elements, the earths go onto like a second terminal on the actual back of the shielding of the elements. But to get these screws out, I had to get onto the back here with a pair of vice grips onto the actual screw, and because you're doing it from the back you have to do it clockwise, not anti-clockwise, to get them out. So you grab on the vice grips and turn it clockwise and it will start loosening off. Once you get them actually turning properly you can get them from the front with the vice grips again and undo them from the inside. But yeah, it's a bit of a mission. If they weren't rusty it would have been easy. So here's the original elements taken out. There are actually two individual ones in this case. And you can see this one here is just disintegrating, so it's just all really rough. Don't know what it shows up on camera, but that's one I saw which is really bad. The inner one is actually okay, but the replacement one, which is here, is a single piece. It's all joined together, so I have to replace both elements as one unit, which is okay. The other difference I've got is that on this unit here, the earth terminals on the top, and the replacement, the earth terminals are on the bottom. Not a big deal, it means to swap sides and just make sure the wires are okay, but straightforward enough. The other thing is I want to talk about is that these little clips, how these actually fit. Right, now these elements are round, so they won't actually fit right across, they only fit on one spot. There's a flat which is pressed in, and that is what it goes into. When you put this thing back in the oven, you've got to make sure you line this up with those flats and then you can push it back into place where it's supposed to go. So I've just got some stainless steel screws to replace the original ones which are rusted out. They'll last alright. These ones are definitely mild steel, they're magnetic, so I'd actually use the wrong screws. You know, obviously didn't think about needing a replacement ever. But in this oven, this is about 20 years old, so it's not surprising they're as bad as they are, but they should have used stainless. These are stainless. So there you go, that's installed there. That's how it looks. Got the fittings like so, and those ones that side. I think I need to take it off and give it a clean on the inside. I'm sure I did give it a clean, but I've still got some residue on it. I need to clean that back off again. But yeah, that's all good. Those looking good now. It sits like this on top of this beam. Excellent. So there you go. It's all back together again now. The wiring's back on. Insulation's tucked back around the connections, so it's all insulated as well as I can. Same that side there. Obviously, like I said, the earth has now been moved from the top to the bottom, but the wire's long enough for that, it's not an issue at all. Dead easy. Something else I've done is the original rubber seal on this glass here. I've noticed it's all shrinking away and going a bit brittle, it's all basically falling apart. So I also replaced this rubber seal, which means basically I strip the door down, you've got two more screws on these corners like this, and here, and that corner there, and a couple of screws in the bottom. You can then separate this up, you put this black side down on the surface, and you lift the door up basically from this front edge. We're using the handle, use the handle, pick it up, and you'll separate the door. And then there's two brackets inside each side, top and bottom, so there's one here, one there, one there, one there, and you can take those brackets out. That then allows you to take the frame off that's inside, which holds this glass in. You can take the glass off, give it all a really good clean because it's going to need it, and then you can put the new seal in and refit it all. It's pretty easy really. So I thought I'd mention that to you whilst I was talking about this video. Now you're probably wondering why I've got the magnets around the outside. That's just to help hold it shut. These don't really need to be there anymore, I could probably take them off. But I did actually have a problem at one point where the door wouldn't shut properly. And what it turned out it was is that on the very front of the oven, where these hinges attach, the hinges are bolted to the front face of the oven. One of the bolts had actually come out and dropped out, so I only had one bolt holding the top of the hinge. So the hinge was moving. What happened then is that it means this couldn't push against the hinge to push itself up, hold itself shut. I found that out recently. So I've been using magnets to hold it shut for ages, and that actually works really well. I could probably take them off, but there's no harm leaving them here really. They're doing fine.